GS Season 2.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's time for the winner's match. One of these two players is going to move on to the offline finals day here for the round of 4.
Yeah, will it be herO, the reigning champion of last season of GSL? Or will it be crowdfunding, who's played some really good TVP games, not just now versus Clem, but over the course of this entire GSL, over the course of the last GSL. crowdfunding has been looking so good, and one question that I have going into this series tasteless is whether crowdfunding is going to be playing the same early aggressive styles in TVP here versus herO, or if he's going to change things up and go for something a little bit more macro or exhaust play focused.
I think he might go more macro exhaust play, and that might just be because herO is going to bring the game to that point in time. But it's hard to say. You know, herO has really two extremely different approaches to this, right? He's going to play the end game, base trade, mass marauder push that basically fights exhaust play, or he does like these crazy 2-base timings, sometimes pulling SCVs, sometimes going for lots of harass and trying to basically punch enough holes in the Terran that they're bleeding too much and they fall over. But either one of these two players could take it for sure here. The lighting in herO's room really bothers me. It's like the whole room is lit except for his face.
Yeah, that is kind of odd,
like,
isn't it?
Is there not like a light? I mean, aren't you like?
You can tell he's not a streamer.
Yeah.
There's no ring light set up. There's still light
stream,
balance
right?
for this. I'm sure that he streams occasionally, but
number of pros that stream without webcams too. Don't get me started with that.
I used to be one of those guys.
Oh, I could. Yeah,
not
I know.
anymore. Not anymore. I've come to the light, but
I've seen it. No webcam, no mic.
It's just like the hoodie thing. Horses with blinders, dude. You
Yeah,
gotta lock in on the game.
I get it.
Anyway, folks, first map loading in now between herO and crowdfunding in this winner's match. It's going to be Ruby Rock, herO spawning in the bottom right, the blue Protoss, here the red Terran in the top left, and herO going for a quick probe scout, but he's doing it on the back of a pylon throw here down in the natural expansion.
Yeah. Secure sending that probe across the map here. And, I'm sorry, herO sending that probe across the map here. What am I saying? Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game between these two, and I'm totally fine with either one of these guys moving off. They both played amazingly this year, as well as last year. I feel like crowdfunding is getting to this whole new level. Like, he just looks so strong. Sometimes I feel like he is better than Maru, which is crazy to say, right? But I will say, some of these games lately, he just seems to really have an understanding of what Terran can do, how to, in some of these pretty complicated games, just push the game to an endpoint really fast. Remember, this was all off the back of Terrans basically not being able to kill Protosses no matter what. That was a big storyline in 2025.
Yeah, especially back when we had battery overcharge,
right?
Which was always just the most ridiculous thing ever. I'm so glad they removed it from the game. I hate these stupid abilities that sometimes can get cast, or like the mothership core.
Right.
All these things drive me crazy. But
ooh, proxy pylon. That's a super close proxy pylon.
Yeah, this is interesting. I wonder if the gateway being down here, the natural expansion. Originally, I thought this was just a defensive setup. Like herO was trying to preempt, say, any kind of Hellion Reaper play early on with a quick wall in. But now I'm thinking it's almost like a Makarax. It's like it's proxied. Okay, it's not trying to be hidden from Terran, but it's significantly closer to the natural expansion of Terran. It will shave a couple of seconds off.
Is it going to be Stargate or Robo?
I think it's going to be a Robo just because we have only 100 gas, but no Robo just yet. Will it be a Stargate? It will. It actually cancels Wargate to make it happen.
Yeah, Stargate. So is this going to be a Void Ray?
I feel like it's gotta be. I mean, the Oracle takes 3 shots to take down a Marine or an SCV. I mean, maybe this is going to come online fast enough that the Oracle doesn't care if it's 2 shots or 3 shots.
Maybe you want to just have 2 or I don't know. I think Void Ray.
I can see it being either.
Keep in mind that because add-ons are always on the right side of Terran buildings, Void Rays can actually be really disruptive to taking out add-ons here too. Not that that's like why you do this, but that could be an element that's like, of these positions that's attractive.
And this is the worst case
Oracle.
scenario. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, it's a Cyclone here for Cure. So
Yeah.
herO might have looked at the games that Cure just played versus Clem, where Cure just brazenly went for the Siege Tank first every single time once the Tech Lab was done. But Cure is shifting to a bit more of a safe style here versus herO, opting for the Cyclone first. And this could very well just shut down the Oracle harassment if herO goes and sends the first Oracle immediately. If herO waits for 2 Oracles, he might actually be able to pull enough damage that he could just immediately snipe the Cyclone. And that's what herO's doing.
Yeah, well, he saw the Cyclone. He went, okay, not yet. You're going to get the Adepts to come out here into the front. Now, this makes it a lot more interesting because Marines are going to be inbound. That's a lot of units that could have fought Oracles. Adepts are already on the other side of the map, so there's a lot of damage both sides could take. He's going to make a Phoenix after that, probably to catch Medivacs. And is he going to pair the Oracles with the Adepts? Oh my god.
Yes, he is. He gets on top of the Cyclone there with 1 volley. No repair coming into the Cyclone just yet. The Oracles are able to DPS it down, and every Marine is sniped. There's now a drop of Marines in the main base of herO, but we do have a shield battery in position to defend against that. Warp gate is done. 2 Stalkers warping in. SCV is getting melted by these Oracles.
I mean, the probes are fighting back, but not that many have died. The Shades are going to finish up here into the main. The drop's going to move over to the natural. The Phoenix is doing a lot of damage to this medevac. The probe count is kill count, is starting to stack up. herO was maybe a little bit preoccupied and is not going to have those Adepts doing too much more damage.
Cure down to 21 SCVs as the Oracles come back and watch the Marines get mopped up in the main base of herO. These Adepts are still alive, by the way. They only stopped getting SCV kills because there are no SCVs left in the main base.
But he can attack out here again.
Yeah, he could use this. He could lift up the Cyclone with
GG,
the Phoenix and just dive. Oh, that was a dirty build.
I love that.
I'm gonna do that on the ladder, Tasteless.
Well, let me tell you something. The ladder's been ruined for a couple of days for Terra players. I wonder what happens if he doesn't drop. It is so annoying when you have one of these builds. It's like, it's kind of, I guess, well-rounded and safe, but you're like, all right, well, now we're going to drop and see what we can do. And it's like, oh, I'm doing a crazy time-in attack, and you don't have your army here. The combination of Oracles just blasting down SCVs, and then the Adepts, which already kill SCVs pretty fast, especially any damaged SCVs, that was crazy. We're moving on to 1,000 feet, 10,000 feet.
That's way too
More
few
like
feet.
1 million feet, State. That's
we
where we're
need
going.
so many more feet than 1,000 feet, Tasteless.
Sorry, guys. We need at least 10 times more. herO versus Cure continuing on here. Cure looking a little miffed after that last loss. I mean, not so much a build order counter, but a situational counter, right? I mean, if you really don't have 7 Marines inside your base, when the Oracle Adepts hit, and you didn't get the repair on the Cyclone, yeah, you're going to be playing a Glass Terran style. You're going to get broken and shattered pretty quick. So we're going to go into map 2 here and see again who's going to be the winner, who's going to be moving on into the round of 4. Both these guys have been hungry in Season 2 of GSL. Again, that if you advance here, you're going to the offline event.
The offline finals on June 7th. Just
6-7, dude. 6-7.
Yes,
Come on, man.
I refuse.
You thought 420
I've heard Gemini
and
say
69
6-7
were
so
cool?
many times. It's
6-7's what's
driving
cool now.
me insane. I can't tolerate this anymore, Tasteless.
All right. So immediately we have game 2 upon us here. Cure probably hoping to get a game where he's not going to be completely blindsided by something here from herO. By the way, that is scoutable. You know, you can just check the perimeter of your base and go, oh, Stargate, now I'm never going to lose to this. But I think herO had a good sense that maybe Cure, in a lot of these like pretty fine-tuned builds, he doesn't send SCVs all over the map to check for stuff. He kind of plays a certain way and just prepares for what is probably going to be Protoss either, playing like Clem, which is like a little bit aggro, but not crazy, not proxies, not all-ins, stuff like that, or playing like Classic, where you're just going to try to take the whole map. And I think herO identified the weakness there and said, well, why don't we just actually proxy your own build and just kind of, you know, throw a wrench in your gears.
No probe scout by herO. At least in the early game here, by the way, as he's going for a blind 20 Nexus. No probe scout means it's going to come online a little bit faster than it normally would.
Yeah. Very different from game 1.
And a Zealot and a Core first before the Nexus even, so he's actually delaying the expansion and getting a little bit of aggressive potential here early on. I wonder if this is partly because Cure has been so aggressive in previous TVPs on 10,000 feet. This is the map where you often see the proxy barracks, factory, and starport, and a siege tank push into the main base of Protoss. And so that's got to be at least a little bit on herO's mind.
Yeah. We have the Reapers coming down, which usually means we're going to have Hellions with that. Those guys pair together pretty nicely later on in the game. The Tech Lab actually coming along here, so maybe not.
A very early Tech Lab here for Cure.
Yeah,
no command center just yet.
Yeah. Now with the Zealot here. Oh, there it is. CC is going to land, start. Which means we'll probably, well, I guess I can't say that I know we'll have a starport or not. You know, Cure has gone for a lot of these kind of locked-in techs here. Like, you know, in one of the other games, he went for like 2 more barracks after this. Oh, he is going to go for the Cyclone, so that's what the Tech Lab's purpose is. Kind of a the Swiss Army knife unit of early game TVP, kind of able to fight anything. Able to chase away warp prisms, able to, you know, deal with adepts, or, you know, you can deal with a starport here as well.
Dark Shrine gets thrown down by herO.
Wow.
Okay.
There's no pylons on the map, right? Okay.
I think he's just now sending the probe here to the top right side. Yeah, that is indeed a probe. So probably going to be a proxy gateway here. The 12 o'clock expansion.
You know, DTs, when you have these builds like what Cure's doing, sometimes they do skimp on detection.
Yeah, although it's odd to do this. I guess herO didn't go for an early probe scout. It's surprising. It would have been surprising to me if herO opted to do this on the back of the scout, because he would have seen that Cure is going for double gas. And I feel like with double gas, you almost always go for the Raven, just to get an auto-turret harassment done on the Protoss side of the map. But again, that Raven, should Cure decide to go for a Raven after this, it will likely be heading cross-map for harassment. So how much detection do we actually have here for Terran? The Dark Shrine is nearly done. I see 1 scan banked in the main base right now. We have no missile turrets. I don't even know if there's an engineering bay on the field. I think there isn't. But the second orbital command finishing up, will we have mules get dropped here for Cure? Because 2 DTs are being warped in. It will take 2 scans to actually get both of these if herO splits them properly.
So I think one of the issues with a build like this from Cure has probably got this so fine-tuned to just get maximum stuff out here.
Spots the gateway.
So he can start to bank. The DTs are going to come through. He needs to get 1 up into the main. You can one-shot Marines. That's totally acceptable. He's going to go for the depot. SCV's been pulled. He's going to move this back. I think he's realized it's probably better to just go for Marines and just kill stuff there.
Cure has no scans banked. This is the main orbital we have selected right now. Only 41 energy. I think the natural expansion is even lower.
He's going to split this here.
Honestly, good handling so far by Cure, just kind of running around with everything.
Honestly.
Oh, that's not the move. That is not the move.
That was crazy. Yeah, not enough surface area there to surround that.
I think even with a mineral walk, it's really hard if it's between both those minerals in the center. And wait, the DTs, they pull back, they become an Archon. Is charge done here? This is slow Zealots and an Archon pushing it. No, charge is finished, okay. Archon going to try and get the connection right now on top of the Marines. Zealots able to focus down 1 of the siege tanks. Can they get the second? I think Repair going to be just powerful enough here for Cure. Oh, it does fall.
He pops that. But, okay, he's also going to take out the Widow Mine there. That's crazy. I don't know. I guess it's fine for herO. He's still just on 2 bases, right? So there's no 3rd base out here yet. The Zealots didn't quite seem to be high enough in number to kind of overwhelm the position. It seems like Cure sort of just has enough. obviously, you know, when you use DTs the first time, they're never as effective later on, unless you get like a crazy macro game where you could maybe just like hit, you know, fourth bases and fifth base. Maybe they're not going to be able to keep track of stuff. So he sends a very cautious Cyclone out here to kill the pylon off. And, you know, the observer is going to come through here and see exactly what kind of game Cure wants to play. It's going to be another two-base Terran, hungry to end the game before Protoss can get to a deeper level of attack.
Yeah, and thinking back to the Charge Zealot push that herO went for at Cure's natural expansion, it didn't get too much done, but it did reset the siege tank count for Cure. And Cure has been hinging so much of his success in this matchup, at least in the series versus Clem earlier on siege tank pushes, that I think it was a worthwhile trade here for herO. herO's now setting up to take a third base, although he's doing it in about as conservative a manner as you possibly can. He's powering up with 5 more gateways and going into Colossus before getting the third. Oh no, the Tech Lab is so low on HP. herO able to snipe Stim.
That's insane.
That's
Stim,
huge.
The most important ability to have. However, you know, it's been a very odd game here for herO. Does he actually have enough to hold this back at home? The SCVs and Marines might be enough alone.
I guess without combat shields, not having Stim isn't the end of the world right here for Cure. Colossus is going to try and find some damage. Siege tanks get set up. Link forward there by herO. He's able to snipe one of the siege tanks, but the siege tanks get a huge volley off on that Colossus. The Colossus is so low on HP now.
It's low. The tank is kind of stuck out here. Not able to get much further along in the push. I think that Cure might have enough, though, man. This is a lot. Again, there's no Stim, which means that they pack a lot less of a punch. The Immortal's going to come in here and punch out the tank. And herO's just playing the waiting game. 19 SCVs were killed in this. The Stalkers are in between the push, which is exactly what you want to be doing to hold something off like this. 2 Colossi here. Tank shots continuing to hit them, but it doesn't matter because they've got the sustain. GG. herO wins and is going to be the first of 4 players moving on to the offline portion of Season 2 of the GSL.
Wow, herO just speeding through this series versus Cure. Honestly, a tremendous hold there at the natural expansion of herO with just really 2 Colossus left over. The fact that herO was able to take out all of the siege tanks, you know, he sacrificed so much of his army to snipe those tanks, but because he took them out, there isn't any huge burst damage for Cure to actually deal with a Colossus, and then it doesn't matter how many unupgraded, unstimmed Marines that you've got there as Cure. The Colossus, they're going to melt everything.
Yeah, I mean, that was really well done, honestly. I'm really impressed with how herO handled that. 2 very specific types of play out of both of those games, things we probably won't see again this season. We're talking a proxied Stargate, excuse me, in game 1. And then in game 2, it was like a surprise DT into like an Archon Zealot charge bust.
Yeah, just to clean up the siege tanks, it almost felt like. You know, that was such a priority there for herO.
And the tank count was very low when the actual push came. And I think most of all, obviously, getting the Stim is insane.
But
That's massive.
Even with Stim, if there's no combat shields, I mean, the Colossus being out on the map, do you even really want to Stim into that
you can
there as
see
Cure?
he delays Stim as long as possible, so he has it right before the attack hits. It's just supposed to be enough. It's like a tipping point fight. He just has enough to kind of overpower him and win. Anyways, we're going to go to an interview now and see how herO is feeling.
Well, herO, congratulations on your victory. The first question I want to ask you is about game number 1 versus Cure. You went for a proxy Stargate with 2 Oracles and 3 Adepts. Can you just talk to me a little bit about that build? Were you trying to snipe something of Cure, or do you feel like this is good against a lot of different Terran openings?
일단 김주도 선수 4강 진출 축하드리고요. 일단 첫 번째 질문 드릴 거는 김덕 선수와의 1세트 경기에서 이제 전직 우관을 하시면서 예언자를 2기를 모으고 이제 3, 4도로 이제 그런 러쉬를 가는 플레이를 선택을 하셨단 말이에요. 이런 플레이가 좀 의도된 것인지, 좀 어떤 김덕 선수의 플레이를 좀 저격하려고 했던 것인지 좀 궁금하네요.
일단 도우기가 이런 큰 경기에 앞서서 준비를 굉장히 잘하는 스타일이고 점추가 일반화돼 있기 때문에 그것을 잘 노리고 올 거라고 생각했고, 그 부분을 좀 디테일하게 들어가자면 프로브로 이제 사이클론을 보게 되면, 아니면 혹은 사도로 보게 되면 투 예언자를 모아뛰려고 했었는데 그게 주요했던 것 같습니다.
Yeah, in these important matches, Cure actually prepares a lot. So that being said, he actually tries to prepare my Blinkstalker build, so I try to counter his moves to counter my Blinkstalkers. So yeah, so going to the details. I think if either my probe or the adept sees the initial cyclone, then I would just not send off my first oracle and just send off with 2 or 3 oracles and then push through. So I think that initial thoughts and the details work through well.
Congratulations again on advancing. What are your goals for this season of GSL?
네, 일단 진출 축하드리고 다음 질문은 이제 이번 시즌의 또 목표는 또 어디일지 궁금합니다.
일단 이번 시즌도 저번 시즌과 동일하게 4강이 목표였거든요. 오프라인 무대 저번에 했었을 때 굉장히 짜릿했고 살아있음을 느꼈기 때문에 또 오프라인을 가고 싶다 생각했는데 이렇게 1등으로 기세 이어가지고 갈 수 있어서 굉장히 기쁩니다.
Yeah, my initial goals was same as last season. Just just get through the online and just go to the studio games. So yeah, after I went through the semifinals and finals, that last day, actually I felt alive with a lot of crowds playing in the live audiences. It actually made me feel much more confident and much more alive. So yeah, I'm glad that I get to feel that once more.
Congratulations on advancing to the round of 4. Best of luck to you.
네, 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Very cool to see how well herO's playing here. I mean, he has got. It's like a chef that makes you give him just the right ingredients and he makes the perfect food every time.
It's Michelin 3-star, man.
It's Iron Chef.
Iron
is what it
Chef.
Is. They're like, this time you can only use proxied oracles, and he starts cooking it up. Guys, we're going to go to a short break. When we come back, Classic versus Clem is going to be our next match.